What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Sorry there wasn't an episode on Friday, but they canceled Supercross. I don't know what they were actually what was actually gonna record on my DVR. You listen long enough, you know how much my DVR tends to get along with me. So figured I'd see whatever was there, go over it all today. And there was some good racing, a bunch of stuff. We got to see ArenaCross Outlaws, Topeka 2, and the 2023 season opener for Formula E in Mexico City. I enjoyed both of them, and good to see Formula E back. Just because, again, we had Supercross. ArenaCross. We add that to it. That's just more racing action for everyone. To see a lot of new changes for them in their sport, which is really exciting because everyone likes changes when I feel that they've made them in the right direction. So that was very cool. And ArenaCross, their second time, obviously they ran first races Topeka 1, next races Topeka 2. So the track was the same. The conditions were the same, but much cleaner racing. No one's taking themselves out. And there's a mistake here or there, but it wasn't as widespread as it was the first time. But good racing. I did appreciate everything that they did. Some of the names we saw, the work people put in. We're going to start off with ArenaCross Topeka 2. Like I said, much cleaner racing this time around. They were right there. They had to make just as tight, moves as they did the first time around. But there wasn't as much, wrecking chaos, people going down. Did see some of it, but, much better, overall, I'd say control of everything. But the problem was it was much more less of a crapshoot because no one was having any of those issues that they had in the first race. But Pro Heat, 250 Pro Heat won by Kobush. Second place, Harmon. Third place was Isaiah Clark. 250 Pro Heat 2 was Michael Hicks first, Harlan second, Alessi third. Open Pro Heat 1, there was Kobush again with Harmon in second and Curler in third this time. Open Pro Heat 2, Hicks again. Alessi second, Harlan down to third, so the same three guys. 250 Pro LCQ, Greenlee won that. Gordon second, Cobb third. Open Pro LCQ, Gordon won, Greenlee second. Roberts third. And then we get to the 250 Pro Main where I told you there wasn't as many issues as there was the first time. But we still did get to see this issue for it, where Kobush wrecks himself out of second, made a super aggressive pass trying to get through the field after the way he ran. And, in all of his heat races, he just got out there and drove away. He was trying to make something happen late. Overly aggressive, got himself into some trouble with coming to 4 to go, and those races are so short. Can't afford to have any of that happen, but that opened the door for Harlan to get the win. So congratulations to him. Harmon second, Hicks third, Kobush, still got a fourth, so not a terrible day for him points-wise. And Alessi was fifth in the Open Pro Main. Harlan got the win there as well. Hicks second this time, Alessi third, Kobush once again in fourth. And the Red Line Oil Championship standings, now after this, not much changed. Michael Hicks is first with 87 points, and Harmon is second with 80 points. And Grant Harlan is third with 75 points. So they're all right there as they leave Topeka. Fourth place is at 60 points. So that's a 27-point gap. If we look at the top three with a 12-point blanket, which is really good, it means everyone's still in it. And one slip again could keep everyone right there jumbled up together, which is, what we all want to see. And we can't forget about the Cometic Gasket Junior Moto Challenge. This time around, Christopher Harris was first, Kane Jensen second, Sawyer Treadwell third, Brady Collins fourth, Chase Chapman fifth, Cohen Martin sixth, and Hunter Hale got seventh. And, again, it's really good to see those, guys out there. And that's just the stuff that they show the highlights for that. And if you go on the ArenaCross Outlaws website, they run so many different series throughout a race weekend in these buildings. They only show so much on FS1. Obviously, they can't air all of it, but again, really good racing with less chaos this time. I remember the first time, how many times I was talking about people wrecking themselves out of the lead or doing this or doing that or doing something stupid. It was nice to see it not be that way. Yeah, the whole entire time. Nice close quarter. People having to make really tight, moves to try to get around people. Kind of like Kobush wrecking himself out. Second, after making an aggressive move to get there, next turn he just overdid it, cost himself. Still held on to a fourth, and again, just as slick, all that. So congratulations again. Another shout out to Fox for the production quality. It's still amazing. They did a good job with that. And don't know, what they all switched all together to make it that much better, but it was far superior, really good again compared to last year. And I'm looking forward to the next one. Again, he's got to go under. I can tell you for the people who have Hulu, there's auto racing as a category under sport, and then there's motorsports. So go to both, hit record, and then again, if it records something that you're not interested in, you can just go into that part, that series, and stop recording it. And then you get all kinds of racing action, the stuff that just randomly pops up, gives you more action. Whether they're on dirt, concrete, sand, ice, I don't care. I just like seeing racing. It's a cool thing. It's a good sport, and it's available everywhere as long as you know where to look. Which gets us to these guys, that Big E. For those that are watching this right now, there's also that one with Formula in front of the Big E, so you know what's going on. But Formula E season opener in Mexico City, Mexico. And it's a big season. It's a really big season. For Formula 3, it's their 9th season, which is amazing when you think about it, especially with all the changes and everybody that's involved. There's a lot of big names involved with it, which is good. It's always growing. Crowd was fantastic. Wasn't as crazy as an F1 weekend, but it was pretty damn close. There's a lot of people in those stands. New Gen 3 car made its debut, and you could definitely just see the difference by looking at them. It also had 100 extra kilowatts of power this season to the car, so more power, more speed. Set number of laps, so they're no longer doing 45 minutes plus 2 laps. And there's new tires. And to my ear, watching it again, I was, wasn't on the TV, it was on the projector. It didn't seem like the cars were as whiny this year. Like it was actually watchable. Didn't seem to want to deafen me, which I'm super excited about because we all heard me complain about it enough last year. They really some races, like those cameras right there. So lots of big changes. This is the first race of the season. Like I said, 36 laps instead of the 45 minutes plus 2 laps. And the thing went over, went roughly an hour. So worked out about the same. Degrassi on pole. And about the race, I will say there were a lot of safety cars. I mean, there's one right out the gate. I think there was 2 inside the first 7 laps or so. They were really getting a lot there, but it wasn't for incidents or accidents. It looked like a lot of cars were just dying there on the track. So that was, whatever the problem was, CBS Sports didn't tell you anything about it. Hopefully they figured that out. But good racing when they weren't under safety cars, at least from what I saw before CBS Sports cut it off on me because they absolutely suck. But people were able to, make passes, and they were going people inside, outside, which, you did see last year, but that extra power definitely, whatever they did. Otherwise, tire-wise, cars, aerodynamics, like it did create a better product. Maybe it's just because it was the first one of the season. Everyone's really still technically trying to figure it out on track with other cars, but yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's good to see them back. CBS Sports could get their, do shit together. That'd be great too, because they cut it off about 10 to go. And again, I'm sitting there, it says it's going to be Formula E. And then I have to fast forward through over half of what they recorded because it's some college basketball show, which was obviously marked as Formula E. But they did that for like a half hour, 40 minutes. And I fast forward through just to get to it. And it cut off with 10 laps to go. So new year, same jackasses running CBS Sports in the Formula E package. So hopefully they figure that out because it's hard to get people to watch things when you do stuff like that to them year after year consistently. People will stop watching regardless. And it was good racing. They did get better as the year went on last year, but they shouldn't have the problem. Like, it shouldn't still be a thing. So hopefully they figure it out. Time will tell. But in the end, Avalanche Andretti's Jake Dennis got the win by over 7 seconds. Again, he made the power move to get to the lead. And from the stuff I got to see, and he just drove away. So congratulations to them. Really good look. Tag Heuer Porsche. We got Andretti's and Porsches out there. Got second with Pascal Wehrlein. And Mahindra Racing, Lucas Degrassi rounded out the podium. Again, big names, big stuff. Again, I mean, Porsche, Mahindra, Tag Heuer, Avalanche, Andretti. Like, there's a lot of good names, good stuff in the sport. Penske's also in there. So if you haven't seen it, the teams are very legit. The racing is very legit, regardless of how you feel about it being, all electric. And I know people have their feelings about that, but it's good racing regardless. So watch it. But Jake Dennis first in the point standings with 26 points. Pascal Wehrlein second, and Lucas Degrassi in third, both at 18 points. So they're both 8 points out of the lead. Lauder fourth with 12 points. Hughes is in fifth with 10. Buemi is sixth with 8. DaCosta seventh with 6. Evans eighth with 4 points. Cassidy ninth with 2 points. And Van Dorn rounds out the top 10 with 1 point. And go where he was last year to how he looked there. I know knew a lot of everything, but he was back there in 14th or so most of the race. Made passes when he could, when he had to, but he wasn't knocking the doors down. We'll see how that progresses throughout the year. Again, new team, new everything going on there, but that left Gunther, Verne, Roland, Mueller, Finestrez, Set Kamara, Tictum, Rast, Mortara, Friends, NATO, and Bird pointless, with also Mortara, Bird, NATO, and Friends all retired from the race. So obviously, they're all the way completely at the bottom in the 19th through 22nd without any points because of all their issues. But good racing across for all of them. I just really wish CBS Sports wouldn't have, if you're going to say it's going to be one thing, so the DVR, you set the time frame, please, for the love of God, keep with that time frame, because I really don't enjoy going, oh, look, they did it again. And then it cut off 10 minutes early, because that's just garbage. But, otherwise, I'm excited to see what ArenaCross does. Again, the Outlaws, they're not as appreciated of a series. There's a lot of them. So a lot of people right now listening, but who the hell are they? And that's okay. Who's the ArenaCross Outlaws? Something you never really get to see. But again, you set that DVR, the racing is good, and on such tight tracks that, they really do have to dig and make some crazy aggressive moves to get around. So, and they do it without making contact a lot of the time, which is even more impressive. Same thing with Formula E. Even if, going all electric isn't your thing, I'm right there with you with a lot of things, but they really do put on a great racing product. Everything's good. And it's entertaining and good racing. And what else could you, possibly want? Again, new season, new car, new everything. So, get some new viewers and check it out. But thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Don't forget, follow the YouTube channel, Apple and Google Podcast, Spotify, whichever you prefer. It's always there. And until we meet again, deuces, I'm out. Peace.